Good day everyone, I'm David, moderator for this webinar. I welcome everyone for today's webinar, which is CMO Supplier Quality Agreements, how to comply with new FDA and EU guidelines for contract drug manufacture. I would now like to introduce our presenter for today, Roger Cohen. Roger Cohen is the founder and owner of R. Cohen Consulting Services LLC. He has 35 years of experience in pharmaceutical quality assurance and manufacturing. I would now like to hand over the floor to the speaker. Over to you, Roger.
Yes, thank you very much. So, as was said, my name is Roger Cohen from R. Cohen Consulting Services LLC, and I'm here today to present to you a webinar on CMO, Contract Manufacturing Organization, Supplier Quality Agreements. And perhaps more importantly, what you need to know in order to comply with the new FDA and EU GMP guidelines for contract drug manufacturing. So we're going to start off with some basic questions here. First one is pretty basic. It's what is a CMO quality agreement? Well, a quality agreement is a contract between a sponsor and a contract manufacturer which details the GMP responsibilities of each party. So quality agreements have been in use within the drug industry for many, many years. It's primarily as means of detailing the quality responsibilities between the sponsor and the CMO. So what is the scope of these guidances? Basically, the EU and the FDA guidances are basically the same. Now, what is the terminology in these guidances used for contract partners? How about the accountability of the partners? The FDA guidance is clear. Ultimate accountability for the drug product safety and efficacy lies with the owner. Now, the FDA guidance recommends that a written quality agreement be produced that defines the respective responsibilities of the quality units of each party involved in the GMP contract manufacture of a drug. Both the FDA guidance and the EU Chapter 7 actually recommend the format, if you will, of these quality agreements. So Section 1, let's look at each of these recommended sections. Section 1 I'm calling terms. Now the FDA suggests including a section defining these terms. Section 2 I'm calling product release. In the U.S., the FDA guidance makes clear that the owner's quality unit is responsible for the actual final release of those finished goods for commercial distribution. How about a communication plan? This section details the expectations for both verbal communication, this might be teleconferences and so on. Now the documentation that goes along with this can be a section by itself. Section 5, technology transfer, very important. The FDA guidance states that the quality agreement shall detail how the owners transfer knowledge to the contractor facility. How about materials management? Well, raw materials must be purchased using an agreed upon supply chain. Facilities and equipment. This section should identify the specific sites at which those manufacturing operations will be performed. Now, Section 8, good manufacturing practice, that's really the crux of this whole, that has the particular GMP work task. Section 9, laboratory controls. Now, the FDA guidance states that the quality unit of each party in a quality agreement. Now, Section 10, for change control, again, a very important section. Quality agreements, Section 11, which I'm calling subcontracting. How about risk management? The FDA guidance is an attempt to bring contract manufacturers under ICH guidelines for quality risk management. Okay, Section 13, you can call this quality audit. Now, both the FDA and the EU documents agree that the quality agreement should provide for the owner to evaluate and audit. Deviations is what I'm calling another section. The FDA guidance states that the quality agreement should include a communication plan. So I mentioned that the FDA guidance draft came out quite a while ago. There was 3 years of. So what are the FDA expectations today about quality agreements? It is not actually required under current GMP regulations. Okay, and that brings us to the end of the webinar on quality agreements.
Well, thanks very much for listening. I know it's kind of a dry subject, no nice pictures. But anyway, I hope each and every one of you has got some little nugget of information about this important subject, and you can use it within your own facility for quality agreements. So thanks again for listening.
Okay, so as there is no other questions, and also I would like to hand over the floor back. As for the last final remarks, I would like to hand over to you, Roger.
Well, yes, I'd just like to thank everybody for listening.
Okay, then thank you so much, Roger. Okay, so that does conclude the sessions for today. Thank you everyone for participating, and you may all disconnect now. Have a great day ahead.
Bye now.